and I think rightly so, as an entrepreneur in Romania. They view themselves as an entrepreneur of an age group, your age group. And I would assert that one of the other reasons those titans of communication were terribly important is his view of the world and the opportunity that it presents. If you'll roll the video, please.
Ce mișto al caracterizat.
There's not so much of an entrepreneurship culture here in Romania. People tend to graduate as perfect employees, but not as entrepreneurs. The Communist Party was at power here for 50 years. Every entrepreneurial initiative was wiped out. Everyone was working somehow for the government. I'm sure that in the western part of Europe there's somehow of a balance between entrepreneurship and people that are employees. There's nothing wrong with being an employee, it's what makes you happy. The trouble is that most people here that are employees feel miserable with their lives. And that's something that I tend to see more and more often. I speak with friends. They have well-paid jobs. They earn way more money than I do right now. So their life is great. But I read some sadness in their eyes. I'm Sebastian. I'm 24 years old, turning 25. The business started in 2008 when I was in my last year of university. I've decided with my co-founders, Gaby and Andrei, to build a software company. We were first of all competing with major companies in Romania that already had large accounts and large clients. So somehow we knew that this was not to say bound to fail, but it was never about to take off and really be that business that we dreamed of. What we've done in 2010 in the beginning is totally change the business model and focus solely on this project, this platform that we've been building ever since. With our platform you can create any app, including let's say the New York Times app, in a couple of hours instead of a couple of months. Mobile apps are expensive. What we're trying to do is change this and make them available for everyone. Convenient, easy, fun, and very fast. The best feedback I've got was someone saying that he doesn't believe that this is possible. I said, yes, we hit the jackpot. We have something that people don't even think they can do, and they think it's so cool, right? So that was amazing. What our product does is really solve a problem in a very, very hot market. We would love to try Silicon Valley, to move there and to try to grow our business there. I think things would happen very fast there for us. Somehow it's good to have a part of the team here in Romania and also develop the entrepreneurial community and be a role model. But from a market perspective, we would be very happy to move to a more mature market, be that Silicon Valley or UK or any country in Western Europe that has a great appetite for the mobile industry. I feel like I have some things I want to prove to myself, to the people around me and to the world. I want to prove people I can be successful on my own. I can be independent and build something from the ground up. Actually, my parents were entrepreneurs for a little while. Back when the communist regime ended in Romania, they went to Germany for a year and a half, saved some money, and when they came back home, they started their own business, a bakery. And that actually went well for a while, for a year or so, but then something sad happened. My father died in a car accident, and my mother was forced to end the business, to sell it and put an end. So maybe this is an important part of my entrepreneurial drive. I do have a girlfriend. We've been together for 8 years now. She's my high school sweetheart. She's a lawyer. We're both working very hard. We've recently moved in together. I really need her because for me as an entrepreneur, my life is so crazy from day to day. It's very important for me to have a relationship, a stable relationship. It's tough. I mean, for every business, it's extremely tough to the first couple of years to get it going. In terms of hours, I tend to work 12 to 14 hours per day. I sometimes think of competition. I sometimes think that we're a small team in Romania and not a large corporation in the US. These thoughts keep me awake. I met Doug Richard a couple of weeks back. We actually had a small discussion about our product, and it was like a breath of fresh air. One Young World is a great opportunity for us to tell our story to amazing people, and hopefully we'll get some amazing feedback, some criticism. We're happy to share that and to gain some feedback and to let people know what's our product. We're very grateful to have this opportunity, and I think it will play a major role in the development of our business. We want to have a global business. That means conquering 4 or 5 markets, and the US must be among those. What we need now is a handful of great people who can help us take this product globally. We need a little financing to further develop the product and build a great team. The rest we've got covered. We've got energy, we've got vision, we're a great team, so we want to make this happen.
Sebastian, One Young World, One Young World.
Nice
Sebastian.
to meet you.
One of the things you say in the video, Sebastian, that I find very interesting is that you want to move to Silicon Valley. So
Yeah.
I guess I got a question for you. Do you not feel that you're just as good a group in Romania?
Well, you know, Doug, we all read the same publications, us from Romania as well as the guys in Silicon Valley, and we always think that we're missing on something because we're not there. We cannot know for sure, but from Romania, we would really like to try it there, and we really think that that could change.
Well, let's dig into it, because I'm very curious. Part of it is your statement that you just jumped right into. We all read the same stuff.
Yeah.
So when you think of yourself as a young technology entrepreneur, do you think of yourself as a group, part of a group of people in Romania, or as part of a group of people in mobile software anywhere in the
No,
world?
I think we're a part of a group, a global group. So we're not thinking in terms of local, but in terms of global. So we're a family, let's say, spread throughout the continent.
A family that you're competing against.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Families compete.
There you go. So in that spirit, why I want to understand better this notion that you have to be in the valley to succeed, because the fact of the matter is, as you actually say in the video, there's a tension there, isn't it? Because you're essentially saying, I'm leaving Romania, and of course what leaves with Romania with you, potentially, is the economic benefit to Romania. And if the whole world is a brain drain to those places that are already successful, the rest of us have a challenge, those left behind, while you go off and enjoy Silicon Valley. And so what I'm trying to understand is, what is it about the Valley, or your perception of it? So let's go through it. Customers, partners?
I think it's a matter of education. Customers are more educated, they understand the value of certain products, software products. I think, for example, the media, the press, is also educated, and it's encouraging entrepreneurs to have entrepreneurial initiatives. And also, let's say, for example, investors, right? They understand their great ideas, they back up entrepreneurs, and this is something that we only see happening there at the moment. So we don't really see this in our country or in other parts of the globe.
So it seems to me that the challenge for you and I, especially if we're going to do stuff together, is because, correct me if I'm wrong, because this came up in one of a conversation quite a while ago, is where would you rather hire your programmers?
I'd rather hire my programmers in Romania. I mean, Romania is a great pool of talent for programmers, for technical people, and I'd definitely love to work with these guys there.
But how many Romanian programmers can you get for the price of one Valley programmer?
I think I can get 4 or 5.
Exactly. The other side of a very double-edged knife.
That's what helps us to keep up with competition and also gain up on competition, the value of the programmers in Romania compared to...
So when I met you, I was rather skeptical, as I recall.
Yes, maybe.
Maybe. I believe I was one of the people who said, I don't believe you. So my recollection of that event was, because I had some familiarity with the New York Times app, was the fact that you showed me something that I didn't believe could be done. That was an application that took 8 to 12 weeks to develop and about $60,000 to $80,000 in the U.S. You were able to develop in how long?
2 or 3 hours.
Right. Yeah. And what is the next thing? You know, if there's like I had the same question I asked Kelly. If there's one, what is your biggest challenge, and what can the world do for you? So let's start with the biggest challenge right now today as you sit here as a business.
The biggest challenge is also to get the word out there, to get the people know we exist and to try our product. So if I were to to ask, for example, this crowd something. I would love to have you all go on the website, appcend.com,